If you're new to my channel, welcome. You know, I I'm so grateful that you decided to join me today. I'm so grateful that you're even watching this video. I pray that you're having an amazing day. Today is Sunday, and I was just thinking about a little bit about what I learned today in church, and what my pastor was talking about. And on he spoke on community and what that looks like in this season, what that looks like right now. And I was really quite blown away by it. I was quite blown away by it because I was just thinking about how there's just so many things happening in the world, where it is, I mean, this is the month of September. Before you know it, it's going to be November. And when it's November, then we're now dealing with the elections. But, and then unfortunately, we heard the terrible news of, the Supreme Court Justice, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, passing, which is absolutely terrible news. It's amazing to have had such a legendary icon serve in the Justice Department for so many years. There are a lot of things that she accomplished, and I'm sure that there are things that people might agree with and disagree with, but it doesn't matter. I think that her passing is a significant change to the current political climate in America. And so, as I was just thinking about community and in reference to kind of what we're dealing with right now in America and how we just want, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. They are still, we're still seeing cases rise. We're still seeing all sorts of things happening on the news. My question for you, and the question I'm asking myself, is like, what are the lessons I've learned in this year about how to love one another, how to truly build as a community? And I don't know if this is something that other people have been asking themselves, but in those moments when you were by yourself at your house and you were lonely, or you were tired, or you were just tired of being at home, but you were still there. You were still wondering, like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to feed? And then, like, I don't know, maybe as you were thinking about your family, you started to think about your neighbors. You started to think about some of your friends, maybe the ones that don't have jobs, or the ones who lost their jobs or were furloughed. And, as I was thinking about that during today's message, I was just thinking about how it is such a beautiful thing when communities come together. It's something that is inspiring. And please forgive any noise. My dog refuses to let me film on my own. So because he's here, he's just part of the video. So he's just sitting on that side, but it's all good. And I think that I just wanted to say, like, so as a part of some of the things I've learned in this season in terms of like how to love community is, number one, the first thing I really learned is intentionality. It is so important to be intentional about how we search people out, how we love on them, how we seek them out, which is same thing as search them out, but like how we pursue them it's so important to be intentional. And the pandemic has taught us above all things that, like, life can change in an instant. We did not see this coming. So if we didn't see this coming, we're all in it together. Like, what can we say we learned? What can we say that we did differently? And I know, like, I had to learn how to intentionally seek out some of the people in my life, to call them, to text them, to check in on them. And if you're watching this and I didn't get a chance to do that, forgive me. Please, I pray, forgive me. Offer grace, I beg. Because in this season, we got so lost in ourselves that we forgot that everybody else is probably lost as well too. And whatever strength you have, whatever faith you have, like, why not join with someone else? You know, why not join with someone else? Another thing is presence. I learned about presence. It's important to be present wherever you're at, with your family, at your job, with your friends, even on a Zoom call. It's so important. It changes everything, because distance, in terms of physical distance, it can create this void. But when you're present in terms of like how you interact with the people in your life, you're helping them to understand that they are valuable, that they are important. What I saw in my life is that there were people who were so intentional about how they loved me. They sought me out, they called me. And in those times when they kind of interrupted, my own personal whirlwind of thoughts, I was so blessed. I was so happy they called me. They made me they made me feel like I belonged, that I wasn't alone. And I was grateful for them. I was grateful for them. By them being intentional and choosing to be present with me, even if it's just a 15-minute call, they changed my life. They changed how I saw my present situation. And then I think that the third thing I would say I learned in this about, building community and how we're showing love to one another is I learned about grace, as I already said. I learned that in my own strength, I can't achieve much. But by the special grace of God, I'm able to truly love people the way that will impact their lives. And to offer grace when we miss the mark. Because people will miss the mark. I know I have. So I was blessed when somebody was intentional about seeking me out, about being present with me, and offering me grace when I didn't do it the right way. And it taught me how to do the same for them. It taught me how to be intentional with them, how to give them a call, how to share a funny meme, like intentionally, something that would just put a smile on their face. How to be present when we have our 2-hour gab session on like, oh, I haven't talked to you in like 4 weeks. What's been happening? And like that 2 hours, it just filled up my spirit so much. I was so blessed. And then I offer them grace in terms of whether they reached out to me or I reached out to them. It didn't matter. What mattered is that in that moment, we were connecting, that we were being a blessing to each other, and we were helping each other know that we are truly loved. So I challenge you and I ask you a similar question. How have you really shown your community, the people in your life who matter most to you, how much they mean to you? How have you done it? If you have done it, please share in the comments. But if you haven't done it, I challenge you that 2020 is not over yet. I know some people are not taking the stay-at-home order seriously. People are moving around. School has started. That's fine. But we're still in the middle of this. And it is only an opportunity for you to bless someone when you seek them out intentionally, when you're present with them, and when you offer them grace when they don't measure up. So I implore you, I challenge you, and I encourage you to do the same. As somebody has been a blessing in my life, I pray that this message blesses you. Happy Sunday. I pray that you have an amazing week and that everything that we talked about today, that you take it with you and you just run with it and that it transforms your life. Okay? All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with your friends. I'm new to all of this and I'm so excited to be a part of this. I hope that you will join me on this journey and that you will also join this journey because look, I mean, we might as well, you know, because you just never know who's going to watch this and who's going to be blessed. So I'm so grateful for you, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.